Hey lovelies, happy Tuesday. I hope you had a wonderful long bank holiday if you're here in the UK and a wonderful weekend if you're not here in the UK. So today I thought it'd be really interesting to talk about what I call the upward spiral. I worked with a client the other day who keeps uncovering the same money block at a different level. And it was really frustrating and upsetting her. And I wanted to talk about these money blocks in a way you may have heard me talk about before, or you may not. But here's the thing, a lot of the work is identifying the block. That's like 80 or 90% of the work. Once you identify the block, things really start to change for you. Now, if you are here with me, do say hello. I might not be able to see who it is because of the way this streaming software works, but do drop me a hello and let me know if you've got any questions about money blocks. So the way I like to think about money blocks is that once you pull them out, what it does is it opens up the flow of money towards you, and you start to notice one of two things. First, more money with more ease, and second, you might notice that breakout that I talked about last week. You might find that you get a few like niggly bits that arrive, and you think, "Oh, I've just done all this work. Why is this not happening for me?" But then what can also happen is you clear that block, you heal it, and you start to think, yeah, this is amazing. It's done. And then you walk straight back into this block, and it's really, really challenging and very frustrating because you've done all that work. You've experienced perhaps the breakout. Perhaps you have noticed the extra flow of money, and then all of a sudden it feels like you've taken 10 steps back and you're back where you started. So what I want to talk to you about is what this is. It is not Groundhog Day. I promise you that it is not Groundhog Day. If you've done the healing work, I want you to listen in because you will see the same money blocks on every single level. Now, you will also see new money blocks on different levels as well. New level, new devil, right? But some of those old ones creep in. So I like to think of money as an upward spiral. The more you cure, the more you attract. So you're going upwards and upwards and upwards. And I like to think of it as a spiral because we actually return to a similar point, just on a higher level. And if you were a child of, I was born in the 70s, so my youth was like the 80s and 90s. We had these computer games like Mortal Kombat and things like that. I don't know why I remember that one. But at the end of each level, there would be a boss that you needed to kill to move on to the next level. You needed to defeat this boss. I don't know why they were called bosses. Does anyone know why they were called bosses? You had to defeat this boss to move on to the next level. And so then you'd move on to the next level. Oh, I've just had another game that came into my head then. Chucky Egg. Does anyone remember Chucky Egg? Oh, it was amazing. Had bosses as well. So then you'd go through and then you'd up level, you'd do the next level, you might get a different boss. And then you go to the next level. And when you get to the end of that one, you see the same frigging boss that you're sure you killed in level 1 or level 2, right? And that's what money blocks are like. They're like the same things can arrive on different levels, but it doesn't mean you haven't moved on. Okay. Oh, Samantha, I'm glad it's not just me. Chucky Egg. Oh my God, I lost months of my life to that as a kid. It was brilliant. Yeah, so I want you to think about when you walk smack bang into what feels like an old money belief, know that you have leveled up. You've gone round that circle once or twice. And yes, you're looking at the same point, but it is a different level, right? So don't be disheartened and don't feel like all of the work that you've done is wasted. Some of these things pop up, like the bosses on different levels in Chucky Egg or Mortal Kombat or all of these games that we used to play. And it's really frustrating. But what happens is when we peel back a belief, we're peeling back one layer of it. And it might feel like it's completely gone for a period of time. And that's because we haven't yet touched the next layer, the next level, hit the next boss. So that was really the message for today, is like, don't feel like, because you've identified the same money block over and over again, you shouldn't feel like you're not making progress. Okay. I feel like this sometimes, and I find it fascinating, the blocks that I have, because the blocks that I have now, some of them have changed, but also some of them are the same. And I know what it's like. It's like, oh, you know what? I've been doing this. I identified this a year ago. Why is it still causing me a problem? But what I fail to notice, because I'm the ruler archetype, not all archetypes are the same, and other archetypes are available. But what I find is I forget to look back. And when I look back, I see that I've gone up the spiral. Like this time last year, yes, I had this same block, but my income level was lower and the amount of work I was doing was more. So even though I'm still seeing that same block, it is on a different level because my new zero is bigger. So I hope that makes sense. And if you have identified a money block and you would like some help with that, some of you will be watching this in my free group, but if you're not in my free group, do come and join. It's for women only, and it is all about working on money mindset, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the amazing. Okay, so come and join me. We have things to do in there every single day. Also, people can work with me one-to-one if you want to. I've got some money healing techniques that we can do. I've got coaching programs. So you don't have to suffer alone. So there's the free option, and if you want faster, bigger results, then you can contact me by DMing me or sending me an email. That's absolutely fine. So do not be disheartened when you walk smack bang into that same money block that you thought you dealt with this time last year or this time last month, right? It is an evolution and you are going up the spiral. The very fact that you have noticed that money block coming up again proves that you're improving with healing the money block and changing things. So try and see it as a positive thing that you've identified it again, and then start healing it again. You are not taking steps backwards, you are taking steps forwards, even though it may look very familiar. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to be going live again on Thursday, so look out for my video then. And if there's anything that you would like me to talk about when it comes to money, do let me know and I will use those as the themes for my videos. Have a great day.